Greetings, valued travel partners, and welcome aboard It's Love. I don't tire of that. Hi, Elizabeth from Toronto. I never get tired. Paul, cruise capital of the world, Fresno. Paul, are you kidding me? I'm in the cruise capital of the world, Miami. Actually, I'm not in Miami today. I'm coming to you from our studio in Fort Lauderdale, but I'll tell you what's happening this week. Hello, friend from Charleston. Uh, CLIA Cruise 360, Broward Convention Center, in the backyard of our beautiful Princess offices. Our office in Fort Lauderdale. We still have our Santa Clarita office, everybody. So don't fret. But it's so exciting. So I was on a panel this morning. It's called The Hot Seat. If you've ever attended, it was really interesting. Got to talk about Princess. After this webinar, I head over to the trade show. So we have hundreds and hundreds of attendees. It's just been really exciting. And tomorrow we have a Carnival Corporation. All of the brands are going to do a presentation. So I'll be representing Princess. So I'm super happy to greet you all and tell you that, again, we just have another exciting Connect with Princess. We're here every 2 weeks. You already know that. Oh, so at our trade show, we're going to launch our Love Fest 2023 t-shirts, and we are going to talk about it. So looking forward to it. As always, I always do this, and I always say that, but just in case, stick around for the Q&As, because every time we have a special guest, we love that you also, put in some questions, and we make sure that as we get them, I like asking them. So I'm hoping Mark is going to be okay because he's our guest today. But at the end of the day, always know live transcript is available on Facebook. And I'm actually going to take a lot of Facebook pictures at the trade show because the team has these shirts on. So yes, we are recording it. You all know you can get it. Where from? You ask a lot of questions and we want to make sure you give your answers. And if we always, because it's always technical, the team makes fun of me, okay? I kid you not. A minute before we kick off, there's always something. They can't hear my voice. I think they do it on purpose. I just can't be muted. Okay. Thanks, Pam. Aren't they great shirts? I know. Oh, and as always, Batman has Robin. Carmen has Marsha. Marsha. Look at Marsha. Marsha, you know what
Good
you got to
morning.
share?
Good
We want to
afternoon.
know. Come on. Tell
What?
everybody the exciting news. Marsha.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? You forgot?
it, I don't, I don't like
Share.
talking about myself. My
Share.
beautiful daughter got engaged.
Ah,
Woohoo!
welcome aboard. It's love in
And what's
Hawaii.
amazing too is that we love him, right? That's
That's
important.
that's kind of important. You love him. That's such a good word. Love.
It
Marsha,
is.
it was in Hawaii, wasn't it?
Yes, it was in Hawaii.
So
He did a
romantic.
great
Yay,
job
I know.
surprising her. She's a planner and not easy to surprise, so he did a fantastic job. It was amazing.
Congratulations. Patty's saying,
Thank
all of us are saying,
you.
I am so excited. Marsha, can I be your sidekick in planning this wedding?
I'm so
Look at
excited to
the cruise
plan.
doctor has a special
Hi,
script for
Lisa.
you. Uh-huh. I think they should get married on board Princess. We do incredible weddings. What do you
That's
say?
not out of the question. She hasn't decided what she's doing yet. Not out of the question.
You gotta let her know we own love, right? Welcome
Yes,
aboard, it's love. Okay, so this is really cool. So we all know the goats, right? Isn't that greatest of all times? I hear
yes,
of all time, right? Isn't that what that
yep,
is? So
it
like
is.
Muhammad Ali, whoo, whoo, whoo. I love it. What is that? What's that? Like sting like a
Float
bee.
like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Nope, I've never been a butterfly. I love butterflies and sting like a bee. And then, oh my God, he's newly single, Mr. Tom Brady. Wow, wow, wow. He lives in South Florida. And then, of
Yeah,
course, dare I say, Serena Williams. Wow.
yes.
But there's a new word in town, ladies and gentlemen. And I love the hashtag GWOAT. Can we say GWOAT? Did I say that properly?
What's float?
What's the GWOAT? So I'll tell you what that is. It's the greatest word of all time. Now, this, I give credit to Joe. I don't know where he
Yes,
finds this stuff. It must be on his spare time, like when he's sleeping, because he does. And by the way, 2 minutes before, when it was technical, Marsha, he wore a
yes.
collared shirt just in
He
case.
did. He was ready. He was ready to go on.
This close, by popular demand, he would have been back because you folks want him back. So, Joe, you're not off the hot seat. So, dictionary.com, this is so cool, did a nationwide online tournament in March of the
Yeah.
top 32 words based on the following criteria. Which English word is most objectively important, useful, and I love this, irreplaceable.
You're
What word, if removed from the lexicon, would leave the biggest void in the English language? And guess what the winner was?
What do you guys think?
Is that a drum roll? We own it. The greatest
Love.
word of all time, love.
I
Synonymous with princess.
Yes. The runners up were really a little odd. First of all, thank you is 2 words, not 1, but that's important.
Sorry.
It's
Oh, I
important.
should have muted me. That was pretty. Well, I've always told my kids they have to say please and thank you, but you are absolutely right. It is 2
Yes.
words.
Yes. And then
In
in the final
Italian, it's
4,
one.
the word the was in the final
Duh.
4.
Did they mean duh, D-U-H, versus duh? I mean, I do a lot of duh-ing. And by the way, in Italian, grazie means thank you.
Yeah.
In Spanish, it's gracias. For us, it's thank you. And it's 2 words. You're absolutely right. The final 4, hey, oh my God, it's for horses. I don't like when people
I
say,
don't like that
hey,
word. I don't like that
how
word
did that
either.
make it to the final 4?
I don't know. But the
But
right word won.
And we're thrilled because why?
Yeah.
We are all about love. We are the love boat. We are the original love boat. We are synonymous with love. This is just another check. We're on to something. And that's why we launched Love Fest. So for those of you who weren't around when we talked about Love Fest and we introed this, we started teasing, and I think it was February, right? Because not that
Yep.
I'm a bitter party of one. Carmen Royd has arrived. Valentine's Day, that was the thing, right? I talked about that today on the panel. Everybody thinks like, oh, love is Valentine's Day. It's a Hallmark moment. Nothing wrong with Hallmark. But the whole month, okay, no. We launched Love Fest in March because we truly believe we own that position. So look at this. We got the great t-shirts going.
Yep.
So we're going to, these, by the way,
You
are
got it right. You
test
got it right.
t-shirts.
We need to show love all year long, not one
Amen.
day.
Amen. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Do you remember that song?
I do.
I'm out of control. And I've only had 1 cup of coffee. For your protection, I only had 1 venti. I was tempted to bring a second one in, but I know how Joe gets when I have too much. So we launched it. You can look at my own superstar, Discovery Princess. On her birthday, Marsha was able to launch this amazing, incredible initiative, right? And then we did Ruby Princess Galveston. Phenomenal. And so everybody's asking me, well, what's the Love Fest? So when I was on the panel today on the hot seat, which was really interesting, and it was only 7 minutes, and you know I can talk 20 minutes to a doorknob. So that in and of itself was a challenge. Courtney, she loved it. Incredible experience in Long Beach. Thank you, Courtney. We're really excited about this because, you know, I think it's really important. It's great that folks, you know, they do Valentine's Day. No, I think love should be year round. And we're not talking romantic love. We're just talking appreciation. And that's why we kicked off the Love Fest, because you, our travel partners, my friends, have been through too much this year, too much. It has been absolutely incredible, right? What we've been through in the past, rearview mirror, it's a coma. Let's not call it a pause. I don't want to hear a C word ever again, but we're going to thrive, and we are thriving, and we're having an amazing year, and the best is yet to come. So we're looking future. So today's Connect with Princess really is a preview of our West Coast departures in Panama Canal. By the way, I know we're previewing 24 and 25. What I keep telling everybody, Marsha, I know I sound like a broken record, right? But we keep comparing to 2019 where the world was normal. Well, our world isn't normal any longer, and there is pent-up desire, and therefore we're seeing 2 parallel tracks. What is it? Lots of last-minute bookings. I mean, we've seen week over week Alaska bookings. That was unheard of before, right?
Correct. Yes.
We have a lot of availability in West Coast this year as well, right? So when you see the presentation, do also remember parallel tracks. This is a preview, but 2023 still has space. So we want to make sure that everything you learn, because now this is my first time having Mark, and I hope I do not torture you with the last name, Krebnitzer. Did I do it right, Mark?
You did a great job. Absolutely.
Welcome to Connect with Princess. Mark, is this your first time?
It is. It is. Not terrifying at all being in front of all these knowledgeable, smart, amazing partners we have.
So how long have you noticed Mark didn't say you and I there? Hello.
He didn't. It's okay.
Mark, who gave you the memo? Who gave
I mean, these amazing, smart team members I'm here.
Colleagues.
Colleagues, of
Hey,
course.
you're lucky I don't have my little. I used to have a flag. I don't know what Attilio did this week. I didn't get a flag. I guess folks must have complained about my little flag. Mark, how long have you been with us?
Let's see. I've been here about 8 or 9 months so far. So,
Hello, Mark, and welcome to the
hi, Joy.
family.
Hello.
Thank
Oh
you. It's
my
very
goodness.
exciting to be here.
Okay. Because last webinar we had Daniel, and he'd only been with us, I think, like 3 weeks at the time.
Yes.
So
Yep.
you're off the hook. It's all good. I cannot wait because we were born in LA, the
Mm.
cruise industry, the love boat, right? You remember
Yes.
Pacific Princess, Mexican Riviera. We put that on the map. So I really want to talk about the most amazing West Coast. And is that your family? How beautiful. We love the personalization.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah, it's
So
my little guy, me and my wife.
so
Absolutely.
cute. That's a sharp picture there on the left. What was that with the
That was actually my wedding about 30, 40 pounds ago. So we're
Did we really need to go there? Like, seriously? Hello? I thought you were going to say 30 years ago because I
Me
just
too.
celebrated
not
my
quite.
30th. You're too young. We don't talk pounds, okay? Love is about loving everything. So,
Absolutely.
but you're looking sharp. Look at that. Woo,
Thank you.
Mark. Okay, I'm handing it to you because if not, I'm going to get muted by Joe. It's just a matter of time.
Well,
There you go.
fantastic.
Take it away.
I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to announce our new season of Sailings to Mexico. I just recently learned that we were the first cruise line to sail to Mexico in 1965. So Mexico was such a special place for Princess. Something else I learned just preparing for this presentation today is that we at Princess actually coined the term Mexican Riviera. I did not know that before, and to me, that's what it's always been. And to know that I work for the company that coined that term just makes me very proud to be here. Very happy to be part of the team. This season,
You're with us. Happy you're with us.
thank you so much. This season, we are welcoming back Princess, the Discovery Princess, to our most popular 7-day sailings along the Mexican Riviera, departing from LA. We also have Majestic and Grand doing 10-day round trips from Los Angeles down Baja Peninsula and Sea of Cortez itineraries. And of course, we're continuing our itinerary out of San Francisco on Ruby, which is now 11 days with a late night in Cabo San Lucas to really get out there and experience. So we're going to get into all those details shortly. We'll keep on moving through here. First, we just want to talk about why Mexico is such a fun destination for you and your guests. Like I said before, we've been cruising to Mexico for 55 years. We know it better than anyone. The festive environment of Mexico makes this the perfect destination for all ages, all generations. We love to be able to offer.
Did you freeze on me? Did he freeze on me?
Uh-oh. Mark froze.
Mark, you froze eternally.
But you also get to dive into more adventure. We offer some very adventurous itineraries, zip lines, ATVs through the jungles of Puerto Vallarta, or my personal favorite, snorkeling in the Sea of Cortez.
Okay,
Truly
can
an
you hear me,
adventure
Mark?
for.
I don't want to interrupt you. Can you hear me? Because you froze. Oh, now he's buffering. Hey.
Yeah.
And I didn't see his slide move, Marsha. Is it just me?
Right.
It
Same.
stayed
I
on
was going to
the
ask
title
about
slide.
that.
What do I always say?
It's
always-
technical.
It's always technical. But you know what? It's not our first rodeo. Am I right? It's not our
No, it
first
is not.
Cinco de Mayo. We can talk about Mexico. We can do the presentation because I am
Yeah.
excited, right? Super. He talks about adventure, culture, all of the above. So I know Joe handles the presentation. If you want Joe, if he hasn't come back, let's just go. So talk about
Yeah,
fiesta
we'll
and
bring him
flavor,
back in.
the culture. I mean, I got to tell you, it is beyond. And I love that we coined Mexican Riviera, beyond belief, exciting, spectacular, and to have Discovery Princess and the ships and the options that we have are terrific. You're back, Mark.
I'm back. Like you were saying earlier, live technical. What can you do? I apologize for that.
No
everyone.
No
apology.
problem.
They're used to me, okay? Can I tell you, everything is technical with me.
Right. So, not sure exactly where I cut out, but like I was saying, I heard you say as I came back in, so much adventure between the ATVs, snorkeling, something for absolutely everyone. So,
Yeah.
very, very excited to present these itineraries. What else do we have? We have so much fun on board. Not part of the ship, obviously, part of the experience is going out, seeing the places, but you're also on our ship. We want you to have a great time while you're with us. Our experience doesn't stop just by going there. We bring it on the ship too. We partner with the best chefs to bring the flavors on board, from tequila tastings to all of the local food. We want guests to feel the spirit of Mexico the minute they get on board our ship. Personal guest favorite is the mariachi and the folklore performances. And
Mark is gone again.
I
Can you guys hear-
gotta add though, because there's a picture here of my favorite onboard drink. It is the
Really?
24 karat gold margarita.
Ooh, I love them. You and I love margaritas. By the way, I don't see anything at all, which concerns me.
Oh, I
I'm-
can see.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank goodness. Clearly now.
I don't think my internet connection can handle this much fun today, guys. I'm very sorry about the challenges here.
Please don't apologize.
But to speak to some of our itineraries, right? Starting off, classic 7-day Mexican Riviera round trip from Los Angeles on Discovery Princess. This was the same itinerary as our first cruise all those years ago. And visit some of our favorite spots on the Mexican Riviera, including Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and Mazatlan. Fantastic experiences across the board here.
Since 1965. What a great year. By the way, Mark, I know Joe is working the behind the scenes because I cannot see anything. I literally, and if you could just let Attilio know, it'd be great because I'm like driving a car without headlights at night. Even though you're presenting, eventually it's going to be thrown to me and I'd like to know what I'm doing. Just saying, it's always technical. They do it on purpose, Mark. You know what I mean?
If it doesn't come up, we'll tell you.
Amen.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
Love that itinerary.
Yeah. And I mean, look at this photo. Just look at Las Calatas, one of our top destinations, an excursion in Puerto Vallarta, this remote, beautiful, secluded beach. This relaxing destination is only available by catamaran. You enjoy an island buffet, all of your drinks included, kayaking, paddleboarding, snorkeling, even a guided adventure through the jungle for our more adventurous guests. There is something at Las Calatas for everyone.
That is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I've never heard of Las Calatas. Now I'm going to have to go back to Puerto Vallarta just to I think that's Joe sitting under the umbrella. Is that Joe?
Is it?
Just easy. Don't give it a hard time. But I want to go there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you can only get there by catamaran, right?
That's the only way. And all those things
floating beaches? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, you swim out there. Maybe you paddleboard out there. Who knows? And you just sit in the sun under a hammock, or maybe you go under the umbrella. But even beyond all that, even there at Las Calatas, let's say you've got a family coming with you. They have special adventures in a kids' water park too.
Love it.
They've got absolutely everything there you could imagine. But that's not it. That's not all we have. We also have our great 11-day for those that just want a little bit more out of San Francisco. It can depart from San Francisco or Los Angeles, to be clear. You get to go to Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and Manzanillo. And this is the only way you can visit Manzanillo at all in a cruise. So just even more opportunities for unique, fun itineraries that are fantastic. We also have a 10-day Baja Peninsula and Sea of Cortez voyage that departs directly out of Los Angeles if you want to experience a little bit more. It includes an overnight stay in Cabo, so you can really get out there, experience the genuine nightlife there of Cabo San Lucas. But what's even more incredible about this one is that it allows guests to visit not only Cabo, not only Puerto Vallarta, but also Loreto and La Paz, two very unique ports.
That's pretty awesome in 10 days, let me tell you. Pretty amazing. And I love the overnight stay in Cabo. I love overnight stays, period. And I love the flexibility, LA, San Francisco. I mean, what we do is provide these options. And there are still, as we all know, challenges with air, right? I'm not going to go there because it is a very, very sensitive subject for me right now, right? Because if the airlines could just get it together, I think we'd be really happy. The prices are out of control. So I love these close to home options that we can offer our guests.
Yeah, no, it makes it so much easier for them to get to and from the ports. I agree with you completely. It's so much better to have all these options. So many folks within driving distance. But to speak about Loreto, just because we know it's new and unique, one of the oldest cities in Mexico, several very old buildings, 18th, 19th, 20th century, excuse me. And the most important and popular is what you see on your screen right now. This is Mission of Our Lady of Loreto. This historic mission church dominates the center of Old Town, and it is just a beauty to see.
Look at those skies. Oh my God. Hello. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. I think I might need to book this one myself. That looks phenomenal. But that is not all we have. Not only talking Mexico today, we also have 3 ships returning to do Hawaii voyages: Grand Princess, Ruby Princess, and Sapphire Princess. We have two incredible itineraries to choose from between 3 different ports. So you've got your Los Angeles, your San Francisco, and from Vancouver. So lots of options, lots of different ways to cruise all the way out to Hawaii. And so we'll go through some of these right now. But just
So that's for our Canadians, Vancouver. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But just some points about Hawaii. Obviously, you've got the incredible nature in the volcanoes, right? You can learn about the birth of the Hawaiian Islands from volcanic activity to Big Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island, which I've been to, which is just a phenomenal experience to actually see the steam rise directly out of the ground there. And you get to see 2 of the most active volcanoes in the world, Kilauea on Big Island and Mauna Loa also there on the Big Island of Hawaii. You've got incredible nature and wildlife. See all the beauty of the Hawaiian Islands. In Kauai, you've got Waimea Canyon. In Oahu, you've got Diamond Head. In Maui, you've got Haleakala National Park. And on Big Island, you have Hilo, Akaka Falls. Just amazing things to see. The wildlife, you've got whale watching for winter sailings in Maui. You've got beautiful sea turtles and coral that are unique specifically to Hawaii that can be seen all year round. So you want some truly unique experiences you can't get anywhere else in the world, it's got to be going to Hawaii. And not only that, but you also get the incredible Hawaiian culture. Their true spirit of aloha permeates everything that happens on the ships and while you're in port. As you're on board, you get the relaxed paradise feeling of the Hawaiian Islands from the moment you get on board. We have a collection of authentically developed activities developed around the Hawaiian island culture, such as making leis, ukulele lessons, hula lessons, and of course, locally inspired drinks and food and even more. There's just so much to do. But finally, you're on vacation, your clients are on vacation. It's relaxed, it's laid back, really just experiencing that Hawaiian culture with leisure days to and from Hawaii, just to relax until you get to paradise. The Aloha Spirit Program, which I was just describing, where you do all those things on board and see the folklore performances, learn the art of sarong tying, indulge in the island fair, and just so much more. There is so much to do in Hawaii, and I'm so excited to present these sailings to you. First one, we have your classic 16-day round trip. We are doing 16 days for all of our itineraries this year. We previously had 15, so I just want to note that we've moved it up to 16 to get those extra days. Our 16-day itinerary on Grand Princess sails from Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Vancouver, as I was saying. All of these offer a late night stay in Honolulu. So again, just get out there, enjoy the evening, experience the true Hawaiian culture. It's fantastic. You just have your clients get on the boat, they unpack once, they island hop through these 4 amazing islands. It's a phenomenal experience. But let's say you have folks that want to spend a little bit more time really experiencing the entirety of not only Hawaii, but South Pacific culture. We have these incredible month-plus voyages, round trip from Los Angeles on Grand and Sapphire. What do you get on those? You get an overnight in Tahiti. You go all around the map. You go to Honolulu and Hilo, but then you also go throughout the South Pacific, Apaya, Truvani Island, Pago Pago, Moorea, Tahiti, all of these phenomenal places you can see there on your map. Just, really a bucket list itinerary. There's no other way to say it. Just the most incredible experience.
Hey, Mark, welcome to the family. We call them, and Becky says, whoa, month-long voyage. I wish I could do that. I would tell you, this would be just spectacular. I love Moorea. We had talked about that recently. And we call it life lists here, not bucket lists. Come on, we're not kicking the bucket. We're not kicking the bucket. We're living life to the fullest.
Life list, exactly. Thank you. You're absolutely
Marsha,
right.
can I have this? Can I go on this trip? Will you take care of everything?
I just texted you and asked if I asked you first.
Oh, Jenny's in the South Pacific? Oh, you're in for the South Pacific. I'm like, oh my God, she's joining us on this webinar from the South Pacific. I was super impressed, Jenny. Yeah, I'm in for it too. Go, Mark.
This looks amazing.
I know.
Oh my God, look at this.
The trip of a lifetime, absolutely a life list, no question. But we've also, in addition to Hawaii, in addition to Mexico, we've also got our gorgeous California coast voyages for those that just truly experience the beauty of the Golden State. We are the largest cruise line that offers round-trip sailings along the California coast. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Vancouver. All these different places are spots where you can embark on our ships and experience the beauty of the state. Discovery Princess is returning to Los Angeles with the most popular round-trip sailings on our classic California itineraries, with late nights in San Francisco and San Diego. Ruby goes back to her home port in San Francisco with 5 and 7 day cruises. And she's also doing a round trip out of Vancouver. Again, just another opportunity for more folks to experience the beauty of the state of California. And Majestic will sail round trip from Seattle with unique 7 day Northern California itineraries. So truly phenomenal opportunities to see the entirety of the beauty of California, from the beautiful scenic coastline to the marine life, the landmarks, and of course, not a trip throughout California without hopefully enjoying some beautiful wine from the different valleys.
I think we need to switch that. Put the wine country up first. Let me just tell you. Because we just launched this amazing partnership with Camus Vineyards, right?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Something I could just gorgeous. Look at that. Aren't you lucky you live there, Marcia?
I am.
The
I am
weather,
very lucky.
beautiful, blessed.
It's 73 today.
Oh, and it's just amazing. In one state, there's so much. You've got San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco. But then on top of that, right, you've got these beautiful landmarks, the classic Golden Gate Bridge, Balboa Park, Griffith Observatory. And then even outside of that, for Seattle, you can go see the Space Needle. There's so much to do on all these voyages all over the West Coast.
Place, so much to do.
California also is home to some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. Whales, sea lions, birds, and dolphins. All of these things you see. So California, just phenomenal opportunities to experience new and unique things. But while you're there to see the state, you're also on the ship. We want to make sure that you're happy, entertained. We have amazing onboard experiences. We've got Hollywood insiders. We've got amazing food, wine tastings from our new winery partners that we were just discussing. Incredible opportunities, really just to experience all different aspects of California, not only the natural beauty, not only the beauty of the Californian cities, but the entirety of the culture, all in one fully catered trip. So
I love Shirley Jones. I love Shirley Jones. I was thinking of the Partridge Family today because they were asking me, what record did you always play when you were like a young kid? Guess what? It would have been the Partridge Family. I Think I Love You. Did you see how I did that? I think I love, and look where I ended up, Mark.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All
I mean, what are you so afraid of? Nothing to be afraid of.
You know the words. Oh my God, I'm impressed now because a lot of people don't. I'm not going to get into it because they don't want to hear me singing, but let me tell you. And then, of course, they also asked me who was my childhood crush. Anybody want to guess?
I know.
I have a rough idea, but go ahead and admit it.
Scott Baio, hello.
Oh, I was thinking David Cassidy. I was wrong.
No, not David. I like his song, but and it was I love the Partridge Family. Okay. You, Mark, sorry.
No, please. So again, just our opportunities out of Los Angeles. You go all over the states: San Diego, Monterey, San Francisco, and of course stopping in beautiful Ensenada. And again, late nights to really get out there, see the city lights, experience the opportunities of just enjoying some of the most beautiful American cities on our
Pebble Beach by Monterey. You've got Pebble. So golfers, this is like a golf paradise.
Additionally, we've got our 7-day Classic California coast out of San Francisco. And here you do things a little bit differently because you get to visit Santa Barbara, experience that natural beauty and those beaches as well. And this one has a late night in San Diego. So again, getting out there, seeing the cities, really lapping it up is, I think, one of the most unique and amazing aspects of what we do with our voyages on the California coast. We've also got slightly shorter ones, 5 days, going down to San Diego out of San Francisco on Ruby. Another late night in San Diego to see everything from Balboa Park during the day, Gaslamp District at night. So much fun to do. And then finally, our last itineraries we'll speak to today are, of course, going through the Panama Canal, a truly once-in-a-lifetime experience. We have 2 great ways to sail the Panama Canal, round trip out of Fort Lauderdale, where you can do a partial transit through the new locks or do an ocean-to-ocean itinerary to sail through both the new and historic locks out of Panama Canal, Fort Lauderdale through the Panama Canal. We have 26 different departures, 23 different ports, all sorts of length of voyages, 12 to 23 days. So what can you do while you're visiting and going through the Panama Canal voyages? It's the greatest shortcut in the world. You know, imagine back before, if the Panama Canal didn't exist, how long this would take to go all the way down around South America. Might be fun to do a few more ports, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as efficient. There's no other place on Earth where you can begin in one sea, one ocean, and then hours later, totally different ocean. And that's the number one reason why our guests sail through the Panama Canal with Princess. Panama Canal is a phenomenal destination that's best experienced by ship. Can't go through it any other way. Princess is an expert. Again, we've been doing this for a long time. We've been doing it since 1967. We offer live insights and narration as we transit the canal. So you're not only looking, you're hearing, you're learning, you're truly getting that experience only Princess can provide.
And I did it for the holiday voyage, and it was absolutely right. It was, an engineering marvel is an understatement. It was so exciting. And there was a play-by-play, I kid you not. You couldn't miss it because they were giving us the history, and it was just, I love that kind of enrichment when you're looking at destinations. Listen, and you can go anywhere in the world, but the ability to have someone that's on board, taking you through it, it's like an educational course, right? It was really, it's awe-inspiring, quite frankly, because you can't help but learn something. And that was really, it was a great, great cruise, great itinerary.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad to hear you had a great time. The itinerary.
Of course, I was on Princess, Mark. Come on now. Hello. That goes without being said. Go.
Of course. But we still want to say it once in a while. Our itineraries offer an incredible opportunity to see those engineering feats as you were referring to. And we get to stop in different places. You get to see the Costa Rica and the rainforest and the sloths, which is always fun to watch. My sons love them. And unique combination of ports in Central America, Mexico, Caribbean. Every itinerary has a UNESCO site to really experience world culture, which I think is just a great little specific bit of planning that we did to make sure you can really see some amazing things. For example, right here, you can see the fortress of Cartagena right there on the bottom right corner. Some phenomenal things that you can do and see in our Panama Canal voyages. So first up, we have our 12-day that goes through all over the Caribbean, down to Bonaire, Curacao, Aruba, Cartagena, Colón, experiencing the canal, then back up through Costa Rica and Grand Cayman. This is the
and the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And by the way, Cartagena is gorgeous. Costa Rica is pura vida. What an amazing itinerary. In 12 days, that's incredible. And Aruba at night. Oh my God. Okay. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And in 12 days, even Marsha would let me go for 12 days. Okay.
I was
Judy's
just going to say.
History of the destinations is a must when you visit these rich cultural regions. I agree with you, Judy. It is. And you talk about slots, Mark. I could watch them all day. It was so exciting. Love it. 12 days and Aruba at night. This is a winner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joanna, I'm with you. Incredible. And again, just to note, these replace our 10-day itineraries. So 2 more days to experience all these things, view more ports. It's a great experience for you. But then we have our longer one, our 16-day voyages that go from one ocean down to another. Start in Fort Lauderdale, go through the canal, visit Mexico, and then back up to Los Angeles. This also features Fuerte Amador, which allows for guests to experience an in-depth exploration of the lock system. So you really want to understand the canal, see how these different things work, just learn the technological and engineering marvels of this modern world. There's no better itinerary, no better way to experience that than going through Princess.
Yeah. And you guys had some really good questions so stick with us because we've got some really good questions about the locks that we'll answer at the end. Great.
To answer one question before it comes, the locks opened in 1914, historic ones. I'm sure that's in there. Again, similarly, more things. Next ocean goes from San Francisco down to Fort Lauderdale, stopping in Cartagena. We're very excited to offer this enhancement back to our guests. So, yeah, so many itineraries to experience between the Panama Canal, Mexico, California coast, and of course, Hawaii. I think I just need to use all my time off and go on all of these. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go explore how to go about booking those. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Carmen.
Oh,
so you can move on.
Thank you, Mark. I mean, I'm telling you, I love that 12-day. I mean, I can get away for that. That's pretty cool. So I know that there's a lot of questions, but I saw one question which was interesting, and I just want to I'm going to cover it now because I just want to make sure I don't forget it. So one of our partners said that they thought Monterey is no longer taking cruise ships, but we had it up there. Can we confirm that? Because I thought I heard that too. It's fast and furious. So.
Yes, so our product teams did the research and confirmed that we are still doing Monterey and Santa Barbara. So I don't know if something special has been worked out, what the details are. Maybe it's a tender, not sure.
Yes, it's got to be a tender.
Still calling.
Yep. It's got to be a tender, Marshall. Even when I went to Monterey, because believe it or not, my nephew went to school there. Can you imagine? What a small world. And I remember we tendered the ship I was with, and it's beautiful, right? So, but thank you for bringing that up. I know our product team. Do you know Princess started in California? Just saying, we have an inside. We have an inside track.
That is one of our questions at the end as well, and so we covered that, and there are on our itineraries, and we are still going.
Perfect. So let's talk about some of the news to notes, because obviously we talked about Love Fest, and it's been really exciting because again, next week there's 3 of them. If you can imagine, there's one in Orlando. There's the Villages, which is close to Orlando. If you've heard of the Villages, it's like the Love Boat, right? You're gonna sing that song over and over. I see the commercial. I might retire there, even though quite frankly, I'd rather retire on a cruise ship. So maybe Princess is gonna be where I end up retiring so I could see the world. No better way to go, right? But really we also have all of these Love Fests that are kicking off. And you're an overachiever because you know, Marsha's not just doing seminars at sea. She's doing Love Fest at the same time. She's back to back because that's how you roll. You're very
That's how we roll.
And you're very competitive, and I love it. But I want to talk about Sun Princess. So I know we had Richard Parker. He was spectacular. So if you weren't on that Connect with Princess webinar that we did, he was amazing. Yeah. And he was actually at your first Love Fest on March 25th.
He was. Yeah, I was a special guest. Nobody better to tell us about Sun Princess, but we learned a lot from him.
Okay, this is a game changer. And so if you did not see that webinar, I or Marsha, well, Marsha probably could, but I cannot do justice to this gorgeous ship and this new class of ship that the corporation, Carnival Corp, has dedicated to us, right? She's one of 2 ships, okay? So they were Sphere class ships, absolutely gorgeous. This is a game changer, 4,300 guests. But if you look at the tonnage of this ship, I mean, other cruise lines with this kind of tonnage, it's about 175,000 tons, you'd be having 5,000, 6,000 guests. So again, and the new capacity. So it's less than a year away, February of 2024. She's going to start in the Med, which beautiful itineraries, but she will end up cruising the Caribbean out of Fort Lauderdale. So very, very, it's the first of its kind concept. So if you haven't about it, we weren't talking much about it because everybody loves a shiny new penny. That's kind of like how I want to position it, Mark. Everybody wants the new ship, but we have so much work to do in 23. I didn't want to but now, guess what? I'm shifting gears. We got to put Sun Princess, amen, on the radar. We've got to talk about it. Newly appointed staterooms. Absolutely beautiful, just gorgeous. We talked about new accommodations, including my favorite suite, the Cabana. Oh, the Cabana staterooms are like, I would never leave with their private deck. And then suite guests have their own restaurant, and then the 3-level dining room. And if you're into charters, meetings, and incentives, that dome, by day, it looks like you're in Santorini. And then in the evening, it's like in my backyard, South Beach, but my kind of South Beach where you're partying, right? I could just see us. And then the theater in the round was just, it's amazing. So this is a game changer for our brand. We're super excited. I know all of you really, again, setting sail, 24 spring, summer Med, 24 Caribbean, Eastern, Western, fall. Really, 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 really important because we are open for sale. I was just at an event Tuesday night with a partner here at Cruise 360. And I'm leaving the QR code up. It's really important.
Yes.
And they said, when are you open for sale? Marsha, they were asking me when we're open for sale. We've been open for sale. That that was the epiphany for me, saying, wait a second, folks don't think we're open for sale means we haven't done enough of the marketing on it, right? Forget a drip campaign. I want us to go full out with Sun Princess, because this ship is going to be one and only unique. It is a game changer. Absolutely. And then you see. So this is pretty brand new. I love insider insights in something new, right? So the Princess Experience, we've been doing things, and I want you all to know that we really wanted to expand our reach, right? We talked about a reorg, a paradigm shift we did last year, so that we're really serving you, our valued travel partners, that we need so badly in this business. I can't even begin to tell you. That is what Love Fest is about. It's valuing what you do for us. And part of it is there's so many new travel advisors, maybe new to the business, right?
Yeah.
And so as part of this excitement is we want to share with you the Princess Experience, let you know everything that's on board. And by the way, this piece, I want to say thank you to Anne and Joe, because it is magnificent. It is like a one-stop shop. You need to have it. And I know we have an amazing academy, fantastic Princess Academy, but this Princess Experience piece, and it'll be available in print soon, is a must-have.
Yes.
And I know, I thought Joe said he put it on onesourcecruises.com. Is it already there?
He did. It is there.
Okay.
So if you scan, it's going to take you to the digital version, so you can download that and share. And then a printed version's coming soon.
So I also want to recommend he puts it on princesspartners.com, if we can find a way to do that. Because remember, that princesspartners.com site that we created is for those of you who might not be on onesourcecruises.com, right? So I want to make sure that if you are new, I don't want you to be afraid of having to register or signing up. That's why we created princesspartners.com, to allow you to get there. And so I want to make sure we have these kind of, and let me just tell you, what's the guide for? It's really to help you sell everything from our medallion class experience, dining, entertainment, our activities, destinations, our staterooms on board, our cruise packages. It pays to plus the bundles, which are really, really critical. So again, you can download these. We'll have printable versions, but I mean, I think this is just really important. And then some of the things that have come, I feel like, do you feel the same, Marcia? Every time we're on one of these webinars, something new has happened, right?
Yes, I love it.
We keep introducing stuff and innovating.
We do not rest on our laurels.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
I just like, can we catch a breath? Marcia probably thinks that's exactly how you roll, Carmen. We haven't been able to catch a break for a year since you've been here. Hello. But it's exciting stuff, because you can't sit on your laurels, right? Like last time, I think we had so much to introduce. Catch the Catch by Rudy. I love this concept, right? So it's a new specialty seafood restaurant, okay? I think you all know Rudy. What's cooking, good looking? Doesn't he have that wonderful little bobble? I love that bobblehead of him. He's our master chef. By the way, Austrian, okay? When I met him on Discovery Princess, I think we were up till 3 a.m, just listening to him and his passion. And the fact that we have a talent like Rudy as part of our team and family is like, there's nobody else that can do what he does. So it's the first Princess restaurant primarily devoted to seafood and offers a completely fresh take, which I love, because that's what he's about. I want to do something unique and first in industry, which is amazing. So it's chef's contemporary interpretations of classic dishes. And, you know, I love everything he does. So can I tell you, I cannot wait. So this replaces, was it the Bistro Sur la Mer?
Bistro Sur la Mer, yes.
Which I loved. I thought it was wonderful too. But now he's just raising the bar here, right? I mean, he knows it, because I told him, I sent him a little message saying, Rudy, you're changing this up on me. But that's what he does, and that keeps us new, fresh, and engaged. And then, of course, I said this to Mark while he was talking about these incredible itineraries.
Favorite slide.
Right? Let me breathe. So I got to see on our Princess Facebook page, Mr. Wagner himself saying, first partnership with a cruise line ever. They've never done this with anybody else. And by the way, I've had all of these wines. Let me just, that doesn't surprise you, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Not at all.
What's my favorite?
Of course, the red, the cab.
The cab, Camus Vineyards. This partnership is new. It's perfect. And by the way, they are Camus Vineyards winemaker dinners. Okay, so just imagine They're renowned. Okay. If you've ever been to Napa, you know Camus. It is just incredible. Okay. So just know um, they are available on ships sailing in North America itineraries by the end of April. We're almost at the end of April, so we're there. And it includes Alaska voyages and across all ships worldwide by May. That means I'm not going to have to pick one ship. Anywhere I am going to have this experience. By the way,
Yes.
we have Camus on board now, but this is a winemaker dinner with Camus Vineyards. This is what's called
pairings with specific menu items. And with that QR code that we just showed you, it takes you to one source, and that's where you can also find the menu.
Well, I call them the QR codes a lot, right? Because know, it's always technical, Mark. We talked about it, and
yes, we did.
And I kind of would do myself, and I can't because I can't multitask. But it's that is just another partnership. Just as a wow.
We have Jeanette Wallace, who actually has already had it. She's at the winemaker dinner with Fab.
Wow, Jeanette, you're one-upping me. I'm not going to be a hater. I'm going to be a motivator. I'm so happy for you, Jeanette. That you were living my dream, Jeanette. I'm just teasing. I'm actually really happy for you. You've got to messenger me privately because everybody said it was an amazing dinner, right? This is an actual dinner experience versus our 360 experience is not just culinary, right? It is, and that's for sweet guests. You can't even buy it, so it's priceless. So this, I don't care what the price is. It's well worth it. And then it pays to plus. So I've got a challenge for you because I continue, it's Marcia, you're going to love me on Monday because when I'm back from Cruise 360, I have a long list of notes with the team because I've been talking to our travel partners.
Yes.
And I ask them, have you heard of Princess Plus? And by the way, our travel partners, you all do the largest sourcing, right? You source you index very high in selling Princess Plus because why wouldn't you? And some of the partners didn't know what it was. So I want to talk about it, but I also want to talk about it. I want you focusing on just the anchors. And that's why we came up with this incredible, it pays to plus, right? Why it pays to plus for your clients. It's about doing the math. It's really simple. Don't look at that much more part because I don't want to muddy the waters. These are the three things that our guests, your clients that you entrust to be our guests, tell us are the anchors to make this cruise experience. And then our NPS scores incredible, right? Because the satisfaction that they get, it is a completely seamless experience. They want the beverage package. They want the Wi-Fi. Okay. It's no longer a privilege. It's a right of way. You've got to have it. And gratuities, which we've always called crew appreciation, and we still do. But gratuities, you understand, it's $60 per day, okay, per person per day. So it's 2 per room, right? It's a savings of 54%. Why is it important? I'm just going to take wine, okay? Because in the plus package, I could have up to $15, right, for the wine.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Which is great. I can have 4 glasses of wine a night, and you've been with me, Marcia, right? That's just the beginning. That's not the bottled waters, the lattes I have in the morning. And I do bottled waters all day long. And latte when I'm on vacation, I can because I'm not protecting anybody. Pretty incredible. And it really does pay to plus because when you look at the math, they're going to spend this anyway. Your clients are going to spend the money. You are giving them a value proposition that's like none other. And guess what? It's commissionable to you. So we just do this because all you have to do is recommend it. That's it. And they can even do it on Cruise Personalizer. You don't even have to get involved. You just plant the seed because what you're going to get is a really happy client that's going to come back and say to you, wow, that was the best thing we could have done. And you are getting commission upfront, period. This is like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And Vivi's Voyages, my darling, they just did, Cruise Critic. And by the way, the word critic should say it all, right? Did an article comparing the beverage packages between 5 cruise lines, and Princess packages were definitely the best value.
We got to see that. We got to see that, Carmen.
Hello. We have
our own,
piece that Joe
but it's nice to hear it from someone else, right?
I love it. You know what? I wonder where they got that from. Could it have been from one of our webinars, Connect with Princess webinars, where we introduced the competitive piece, right? And I know we don't have it in this webinar, which kind of, okay, news to Joe. We must have the competitive piece on every single webinar. Why? Because I want them to see. I don't name names. I don't kiss and tell. However, I do say brand N brand R and brand C, and we will compare it because not every all-inclusive package is truly all-inclusive because on ours,
Right.
it includes, so if I'm having that glass of wine for $15, guess what? I don't have to do a gratuity. It's included. It is truly a beverage package that's inclusive. Other brands don't. So that's that Heidi little hide that fact. Why don't you?
Yep.
Not to mention the range, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what, Carmen, something we don't mention that we should is that if you decided, okay, let's say you decided to get a glass of wine that's $20, you have $15 credits. You only pay the difference between the $15 glass and the 20. You pay $5. You don't have to pay the entire 20.
You have ESP. You and I are so, you are my sister from another mister because you know what I was going to say next? My personal experience with Camus.
Yeah.
You know, I love my Camus. It's not a $15 glass, I will tell you.
Right.
However, I would order it every night and it was just another $10. Oh my God. I was in heaven. I think if you go back and look at the numbers, we must have had 45 bottles. Okay. Yes, that was bottles.
And she's not kidding. Not kidding.
I'm not kidding. I'm in love. Listen, when I love something, I love it. So we even have a video for Pace the Plus, which I would be using. I would link that up if you could. I'd be sending it to your clients before they're leaving on a Princess Cruise. And if you are selling this, you need to know the competitive piece as well. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. The competitive piece is critical, okay? Because then you'll understand why we are. And thank you, Vivi. I didn't even pay her to put that up there. I really don't. But I'll thank her later. I'm not supposed to wink. That's terrible. But she, I mean, that was just, I couldn't have rehearsed it better.
Spot on.
Absolutely. So again, I just want to talk about the current sale, right? The plus $100 deposits. By the way, we heard you loud and clear. You don't like the dollar deposits because they don't have stickiness. So anything you tell me, by the way, up to 40% off cruise fares. Come feel the summer love on Princess, but more importantly, right? We're still seeing business in Alaska. We're still seeing business in summer. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the
Alaska's
because
still selling.
This is my favorite part. I want everybody to leave our webinars knowing something that we haven't announced. And this is it. Our next LTO, right? Limited time offer, April 25th. 60 cruises for under $60 per day. This is incredible, right? I mean, this is an amazing, we did this last year and it was, the phones blew up. So I expect the same thing, right? Pretty awesome. 23 and 24 was on the map.
Yeah, it's fall 2023 and also some voyages into spring 2024.
So new sale running May 3rd through the 31st, hundreds more under $100 a day, $200 onboards. It just keeps getting better. Do you see what we're talking about? This is fantastic. And then this. So I'm gonna take a pause here. I don't want to get in trouble, but I want to mention it again because this is not a policy change. I want to make sure that I'm clear here because I got a lot of emails and a lot of comments. And Mark, we're going to your Q&A in a second. But this is important because you know we heard from you that some of these voyages, the coastal cruises, just imagine there's some 3 to 6 day voyages, but we have some rates that your commission is so low you didn't want to book us. You just didn't want to sell us. I can't have you doing that. So we have come to an agreement with the commercial team and they are waiving that NCF amount. Yes, you're going to get commission on NCFs. This is not a policy change. I want to be crystal clear on this. Okay.
And it's select voyages.
Select voyages so that you're getting behind. These are our highest need voyages and you're not selling them because you're not making enough. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, you will. So we took this position and those of you who are selling it, know, thank you. Thank you for giving us that feedback. I think to me, it is constructive criticism. We take it to heart, scan for voyages, get behind us, because this is where we need your help and focus. And we will continue to add voyages as we see needs. And this is now going to be a way that we say thank you to you. And again, seminars at sea. These, you're about to do one, Marcia. I cannot wait.
Yes, next Wednesday.
We're close to 2,000 travel partners joining us on these. Oh my God, these seminars at sea. This, scan it. This was amazing. I think it blew my mind. By the way, discounted rate, Princess Plus. We want you to experience Princess Plus so you understand why it pays to Plus. Scan for details. Be patient because we got overwhelmed. We had so many people. So this was the one on Ruby Princess. This was amazing because it was an 80s cruise. And I was on the Facebook page that they created and we were on our webinar. So you're on one of these seminars at sea, we do a free seminar webinar. So we introduce you to your fellow travel advisors that are going to be on. And it was happening. And we had a lot of first timers that just, look at this. They love us.
With their heart.
Goosebumps. Oh my God, that is so, Joe, why do you do this to me? I don't want to get verklempt and emotional. That is beautiful. That is awesome. Oh, that's a lot to cover. We're going to do Q&A. Marsha, I let you do Q&A because I talk so long. We'd be over
Absolutely.
Let's
roll. We're gonna grill Mark a little bit.
Look at Joe. Joe. You know why? Because he doesn't want to get a call from me.
He doesn't want to disappoint at all.
While you're asking questions, let them scan this because you've got to have this. You've got to be knowledgeable. Embrace this. It's going to make you money.
Keep that up, Joe, and then just pop our questions.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the first question, and this comes from the pre-registration. So when you guys register and ask questions, I look through there and we pick out commonly asked questions so that we can help you guys out. So
that's a good one.
Yeah. What's the difference in the experience from a full versus a partial Panama Canal transit?
Mark, can I take a guess? The full is ocean to ocean.
You want to answer the rest of it?
Yes.
No, this is actually one of the most common questions that we get. We get it all the time. A full transit is available on those 16-day voyages, just to be clear. And that goes from the Caribbean to the Pacific. Guests will get to visit all locks, so both the historic locks and the new locks, and be immersed in the full lock experience. Yeah. The partial transit still provides a phenomenal experience, right? You see how the locks work while you transition them. The partial transit is available on the 12-day round trips from Fort Lauderdale. And then guests will transit the locks and have scenic cruising of Gaten Lake. And then the ship turns around and goes back through the lock. So that's why it's a partial transition. Hope that clears that question up.
That's fantastic.
Great. And good to know it's popular. Okay, question 2. Which ship will travel through the original locks, which I've now learned are called the historic locks, right? Yes. Versus which ship sails through the new locks?
So all of our full transit ocean-to-ocean itineraries offer you get to go through the historic locks. Historic locks can be experienced on Coral and Island Princess. The partial transit on the 12-day round trips out of Fort Lauderdale only go through the new locks. So if you want to see the historic ones, Coral and Island. The partial transits go through the new locks, and both, but to be clear, both offer a great experience to experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So while we'd love for you to go on the longer ones, if your schedule or your client's schedule only allows the 12 one, please don't let them think that it's a less than experience. It is still an absolutely amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience to go through those locks.
And the 12-day is the one that had the ABC Islands, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
See, I'm paying attention, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm impressed because I normally don't.
Okay. Question 3. Are there any 10 days or less Panama Canal itineraries in 2025?
We have replaced the 10 days with the 12 days. So 12 days are the shortest itineraries that we offer. Still round trip out of Fort Lauderdale. It's been so popular with our guests who want to do a little bit more. They want the beach. They want the rainforest of Costa Rica. They want the Caribbean islands. We decided we had to make it a little bit longer so that guests could get their full experience that way. So we're very excited about the itinerary upgrade. First time we're offering stop in 2 of the most popular ports, like you mentioned, those ABC Islands. On all of those, guests will visit 2 out of 3. So you're going to get to see some amazing things.
Good. Okay. What's up next? When will we be able to book 2025 celebration groups? So I'll take this one, Mark. So groups are, and there was a couple of questions about that as we were going through the webinar today. So whenever we open a sailing for bookings, that sailing is also open at that time for groups. So as soon as we open for FIT bookings, you can then also open your group.
So once we launch and open for sale, groups are available. And by the way, Mark, you might not know this, but Marsha is the queen of groups. That is her passion. She's the guru. Okay. I'm telling you, amazing. And groups is a big focus for us. So, and I've got that on one of my initiatives, by the way, of our groups and bringing it to the next level. So super excited.
Okay. I think we have one more question.
Okay. And then we're on time.
Do we have one more question or was that it? Oh yeah. Okay. What time do we need to get back on the ship if you go out in Cabo? Oh, that's a very specific question.
It's very specific.
So, yeah, it depends on the itinerary. And so they will absolutely let you know what time. It's usually an hour before they plan to disembark. But some of those voyages have late night stays,
right.
So it's going to vary by itinerary. Some even have an overnight, so it varies by itinerary.
But it's a great question. I've been places where I almost missed the ship, so trust me. I always take that info with me. You know, you don't want to be that person.
You don't want to be the pier runners. Although what I like to do is sit on my balcony and watch them. That's what
aren't you? I make sure I don't ever sail with Mark, okay? Because when we have time changes on board, I'm the one that never changes my watch, and therefore I can miss the ship. So I know we're at the end of the hour. I want to thank you, Mark, for coming.
Thank you, Mark.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me to join.
Sharing your passion, right, of this deployment, which is absolutely phenomenal. And truly, and as always, Marsha, how could I do this without you?
Thanks for having me, Carmen.
Connect with Princess, May 4th.
May 4th.
May 4th.
And we'll be celebrating a lot of things special.
Can we do a little margarita? Like a margarita?
It's going to be Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be something called
Joanna,
Advisor Appreciation.
I want to answer Joanna's question. She wants to know, at Seminar C, are we allowed to bring a guest? Yes, you are, Joanna. I don't want you to be lonely. You bring a guest.
Yeah.
Grab those QR codes. Come and join us because, folks, the Love Fest is real. This team, and I get verklempt, Mark, because I have the best sales team in the business, led by leaders like Marsha that have a passion for what they do. Oh, I'm going to cry. And for the Princess brand, I do, because you guys are so invested. I feel their passion, and I want you to feel it. So we want to share with all of our travel partners. Come feel the love with us. Should I show the back of my shirt? You kind of like it, eh? We want you to come feel. Can you see it? Let me know if I did it okay.
Yeah,
we see it.
Feel the love.
Amen. And you also see, unfortunately, my rolls. Sorry about that. Hope you're not having lunch. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
My pleasure. Thanks, everyone.
Feel the love.
Ooh, yeah.